What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy, and here's my movie review of Attraction, directed by Sam Hargrave, starring Chris Hemsworth and the rest of the other cast and crew. And in this film, Taylor Rake, a fearless black market mercenary, embarks on the most deadly attraction of his career when he's enlisted to rescue the kidnapped son of an imprisoned international crime lord. And this film is on Netflix, and this film interests me because, for one, the Russo brothers is producing the film, and Joe Russo is the screenwriter for this film. And Sam Hargrave was a stunt coordinator for Captain America Civil War and Avengers Endgame. And those are two films I thought had amazing action scenes in it. Those films were incredible and stuff. That mind-blowing action scenes that just left me like goosebumps and stuff like and all that, especially Captain America Civil War, which is a fantastic film when it came to action scenes, and he gets 2 thumbs up for that film because the action scenes are so amazing. So I highly recommend both films if you haven't seen them yet. And so hearing Sam Hargrave and then looked him up and stuff, that he was a stunt coordinator for Captain America Civil War and Avengers Endgame, I was like, wow, he did a fantastic job. And then hearing him directing this film, I was just like, okay, you already got me. I'm very interested in seeing a stunt coordinator being a director in a film and stuff, directing a film. So that really caught my interest and stuff. And then hearing the Russo brothers involved and Chris Hemsworth, all these MCU people involved with this Attraction film. So I was like very pumped and excited. And I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it. Starting off with the positives. First and foremost, the action scenes. Man, the action scenes are absolutely freaking good here. I mean, there's some that just left me with goosebumps and everything and stuff like that. I mean, the stunts were absolutely great. The camera work and stuff was great. It just like, it was a couple of action parts I did have they could have tweaked that. But for the most part, the action scenes were just so mind-blowing. It was realistic and stuff. Didn't feel faked and stuff like CGI and stuff like that. Where you see some action movies and stuff like that where it looks like it's obvious stuff. It looks real, and I was just so invested in the action scenes and stuff like that. And what makes the action scenes so investing is the gore involved and stuff like that. Because there's blood here in this film, and I thought that absolutely worked. I hate when action movies kind of play it safe, not put the blood and stuff when it comes to action scenes, especially when it comes to guns and stuff and grenades and stuff like that. I hate when films do that, but this film did not do that. It didn't hold back at all. They just went for it, and I give credit to the Russo brothers and the director because they knew that what kind of film they were making. So they knew they had to go that realistic route and couldn't pull that little safe route. So I love how they did that, and it pays off in so many levels. The acting in this movie, Chris Hemsworth is fantastic. Man, he was like the driving force from beginning, middle, and end. And when it comes the action scenes and the subtlety moments, talking to characters, he did an amazing job. And when it came to the flashback and backstory of his character, I really cared for this character from as the film was going on. I mean, when it comes to the flashbacks and stuff, when they show his broken face and stuff and showing the flashback stuff, I was like, wow, what has happened to this character? So that right there already made me get interested and invested with our main character in the film. And then when I get the backstory of our character, I was like, wow, I really want to see this man succeed and win and stuff. And you really feel bad for him and stuff. And Chris Hemsworth's performance really gives it up. And I really didn't find it fake or nothing. It felt realistic, and I thought he did a fantastic job. And the writing, credit to the writing, they did a fantastic job with writing this character and stuff. They did, and the directing, they did a fantastic job. And Chris Hemsworth's performance is fantastic. So 2 thumbs up for that. And the acting from the actors and actresses in this film, the side characters and stuff, I think they did good. I didn't think they did bad here. I couldn't find a wink link out of the acting from other characters, like the villains and stuff. I think they did great for the most part. I didn't because usually when it comes to movies, with action movies, I usually find a flaw out of the acting and stuff. But for the most part, the acting was good. I mean, I was trying to look for flaws out of it, but I couldn't find none. And that made me happy. It put a smile on my face. I was like, wow, everybody's actually doing good in this film. So I thought everybody did good. And David Harbour's in this film for not like much of the screen time. He did good, but he didn't get like a lot of screen time. But hey, I thought he did great and stuff. His interaction with Chris Hemsworth's character and stuff. So I thought he did great. And like I said, everybody acting in this movie is good for the most part. Now get to my negatives with this is the story. And the story is like, since this is about like Chris Hemsworth saving his kid and stuff like that from like being kidnapped and stuff, and his father is an international crime lord and stuff. I wanted a more backstory of this kid during the storyline in this movie, and I thought that was the part that was kind of weak. As the film was going on, I was like, okay, I know Chris Hemsworth, I'm knowing everything about him and stuff. Once I got Chris Hemsworth out the way, I want to know about this kid, and I thought that was a part that was missing, and that was one of my negatives and stuff, and very like a little bit disappointed because, like I said, when Chris Hemsworth was saving this kid and stuff, you want to know what this character's about too, and that's what I was looking for. I want to know more about this kid. I was already invested and cared about Chris Hemsworth's character. Now I want to know about this kid. I wanted this kid to survive in this film. Don't get me wrong. Glad Chris Hemsworth saved him, but I wanted more of what this kid's about. What's his backstory? What he likes to do and stuff. We get a little bit in the film like no spoilers. I don't think this is a little spoiler, but when like if you see him in a movie like hanging around with his friends and stuff like that, you get a little bit that he likes to hang out and stuff. But then after that, you're kind of like he gets kidnapped and stuff, and Chris Hemsworth save him. You don't get much about this kid and stuff like that. And I was kind of like a little bit like left empty. And I was like, oh man, I didn't get that. And as the film ended, I was just like, I didn't get that much character development from this kid and stuff. And I thought that was part of the weakness of the movie and stuff. The movie, I think they could have did better, in my opinion. This is one of my personal negatives. I think they could have made like the villain investing in this film and stuff. The way, like, how they did this film and stuff. I think they could have made the villain invested. Because when it comes to action movies, I think they could have made, like, our main villain feel that fear and stuff. And as the film going on, there was a villain here, but I didn't feel that much fear. And I kind of was, like, looking for that. Especially when it comes to action movies. Like, the amount of action movies I've seen in the past, like Die Hard, Mission Impossible films, and stuff like that, Lethal Weapon. I expected this to have, like, a strong antagonist in this film. And I didn't get that, and that was one of my negatives. Overall, this is a fun film. I think everybody should check this out. The action is great. Chris Hemsworth's performance is great, and I think the directing and writing did a pretty good job in the film, despite the flaws I mentioned in the film. I think they did a pretty good job. I would love to see Sam Hargrave do more directing in this film, because I could really tell that he was really like put his heart and effort to making this film, and the Russo brothers producing it, and Joe Russo writing the film and stuff. I could really see them do more films. I would love to see them do more, because I could really see a little bit of like that inch where this could be where they can do like a lot of good action movies, which I've seen the Russo brothers do already, like with Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Captain America, the first two Captain America films. So I see like something they can do with action movies. So I would love to see them do more of them. And I think this is a movie worth to watch if you haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to give this film a solid B. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this film. Did you like it or not? Let me know. And let me know what is your favorite action movie. For me, I would say Mad Max, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. Those are like one of my favorite action movies. I recommend you checking those out if you haven't seen them yet. And that's pretty much it. And as always, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's how I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.